Welcome to the Salt Strong Podcast, disrupting fishing entertainment as you know it. Prepare to laugh. Prepare to get to know fishing legends in a whole new and unfiltered way. And on occasion, you might even learn a thing or two about fishing. Here's your host, Joe Simons. Like diamonds.
All right, guys, we are here on a little flat. Luke's got a nice trout. We're actually trying to get some underwater footage
with the camera
of the Slam Shady in action, and that was one of your first casts. Oh, I got a nice one too. Dang, dude. It's a nice trout, bro. So this is gonna be some really awesome footage. I don't know if you guys saw some of the underwater stuff that we posted, but it is so cool when you see a nice trout come up and strike. Dude, check that out, dude. Two nice trout. This is a nice little flat. So what's funny, guys, if you're tuning in, whether you're on the YouTube or listening on podcasts, we came out today with no real plan. That is a nice one, bro. Check out that trout, baby. Slam Shady strikes again. And the first couple places we tried, because of this coronavirus, there was someone in it. Meaning every spot that we looked at, it's like, what is going on? Everyone's out because no one can work.
Yeah, it's a weekday, and it's like a weekend amount of boats. So a lot of the spots I really wanted to fish were taken, and then we fished the flat for a little bit, and just really nothing was happening. Didn't see any bait on it, and just a good plan B. You know, just go out on a slow day to make sure you get some action, and just go out for trout. And just like that, you know, a couple podcasts before, a couple videos we've done, it's the easiest way to go get a bunch of trout is go on the outside of these grass flats. You can see there's this right on the edge of a really big flat. And just throw in a paddletail is my personal favorite. You can cover a lot of ground, and they work. I'm casting one out with a camera right in front of it, and they're still coming up and popping that. So really, really hard bait to go wrong with, because you can cover a lot of water, and these trout, they really like it. And so we went from a day that was super slow to then just totally doubling up in the first 3 minutes we were here.
Yeah, baby. Slam Shady strikes again.
Yep.
Man,
it's
awesome.
Always nice to have a backup plan, because you just never know when a day is going to be a slow bite up in the shallows for reds and snook. So trout is generally the save the day.
Oh, there's another one.
The save the day species.
Man, we're in a little honey hole.
What is that?
It feels like either a lady or
a trout.
Oh, that's a nice trout. Oh, he spit my lure.
I just got one on.
Slam Shady.
I got that one on the camera.
Dang, these are nice trout too.
Yeah, these are solid.
Dang.
So we're gonna get some good underwater footage with this.
No doubt, man. This is a
see what I have.
nice
Another trout.
Mine's bigger. Get a little
camera trout.
There you go, Cud.
A second double up there.
He inhaled that thing.
Yeah. Get that little guy in. Yeah, that's cool. So they're actually hanging off the flat. That one was a decent ways off of the grass. So again, the cool thing about paddle tails is we can experiment, right? You can cover so much ground, and the tails do a lot of the work. And so we basically just, oh, got another one. Dang. That's 3 with the camera. That's hilarious.
And we got to give our boy John Skinner some love here. I don't know if you guys have been through the Fluke Mastery course. By the way, amazing course. And it was John Skinner in that course that showed us not just this wolf camera. Oh, you missed one. Probably, it's a wolf, right?
Yeah, this is a wolf camera, yep.
But he also did basically like a little mini course inside the course. It was a free bonus showing how to use it in terms of what kind of weights to put on it, how to basically just get the money shot. And man, that thing is so cool.
What he does is he actually sinks it. So he has some planers. He basically drifts for flounder, and he's sinking his way down. And so I got some good tips out of there, but this is totally different. We're actually casting it out. So I had to rig it up. I had to make some alterations to make sure that it casts well, at least casts good enough. And yeah, it's definitely tough to do, but again, these trout.
Is it well or good?
I don't know.
I think it's well.
I'm a math guy. I'm not an English.
Yeah, I wrote
not a grammar.
Wrote a couple books, and people love to give me little English and grammar corrections.
I'm sure.
Like, come on, guys, I'm a storyteller. Grammar major. Is that even a major? This would be English major.
Yes.
Cody's like, who are these two knuckleheads?
So yeah, it was just really simple game plan to go out there and just catch a bunch of fish. Is just have a backup plan, a backup side of a flat. Just need some sort of structure. Could be grass or oysters, or really anything else, and it'll generally have a pretty good amount of fish.
Let's go drift that one little area again. Dang. That was honey hole. Speaking of John Skinner, did you guys hear and or see that he's in Florida now? Oh. Yep, John Skinner now officially, I believe, full-time, right, in Florida?
I don't know if it was seasonal or if it's full.
He's had that place like in Pine Island for a long time. Oh, there we go, quick release, ladyfish. And I believe like he's getting down there full time, which is awesome. So we'd love to hear your feedback. He sent me an email, was it this week?
Yeah.
Or the weekend? And he's like, Joe, Luke, I'm in Florida. Got to meet up after this coronavirus and film a course on striped bass. So I'm pumped about that, even though we don't have striped bass here. It's been on our bucket list to go do some striper fishing. And so the only way we're gonna do it with you, John, is if we get to come help you film and catch a ton of stripers with you. So be looking forward to that, you Insider VIP members who get all of our courses. And if you're not, you get a chance to get Skinner's lifelong, whoa, getting some nice strikes out here, intel on catching stripers. So I'm pumped about that one. And we got some new stuff with Deeks coming up on the live bait side, and really big news on a lot of these insider discounts. I was just checking email before we got out here. Man, if you're an insider, you're gonna be lucky. All right, Luke, so what's the tide and everything doing?
It's coming in right now, but it's a pretty weak one. And so it's kind of, there's a giant stingray right there. It's like a 5-foot wingspan.
Oh, wow. Can you see that, Cody? You see that guy?
It had something riding it, but it was a different, I was looking for a cobia on it, but it was a smaller stingray, basically kind of riding behind it there. But
you see that, Cody? Man, you guys are listening to the podcast. You got to come check out this one, especially the beginning. Goodness gracious.
That was a beast.
That was awesome to see one of your first casts there get inhaled. All right, so keep talking. You said weak tide, that's all I heard.
Yeah, we have weak tide, and this is just, you know, really one of the tough days. It's a small, kind of light wind. Nice. Light wind and clear skies and clear water is at least my least favorite time to go out fish. It's an enjoyable time to get out, but as far as catching fish, this is the most difficult. You know, the fish have more of an advantage. They can see you better, they can feel you better.
Baby tarpon, come on, jump off.
And so again, that's just more reason to go do some fishing like this, which is, it's a whole lot easier, right? You can catch a lot more fish.
This is like prime time tarpon bait. And tarpon are gonna be right out here soon, guys. We saw some last week.
Yeah, another reason why we're here is actually to look for tarpon too. Just in case they're coming around.
That's like a perfect size ladyfish for them. All right, let's get back out there.
But yeah, it's just, you know, doing the outside flats, you just never know what you're gonna catch, right? You can catch a bunch of trout, a bunch of ladyfish, mackerel come around.
Bluefish.
Yeah, bluefish, jacks. We've got a needlefish chasing me up. That's probably gonna be on the camera. And yeah, you just never know. And obviously tarpon, cobia too, right? Seasonal.
All right, here on the flat, huh?
Yeah, but it's just, again, it's just something that's just easy to do. You can access from any boat. If you haven't seen the last one we did, we were in a bay boat without a trolling motor, and we caught an absolute ton of fish because we just had the game plan, right? We had the game plan to go fish the outer edges, and we just positioned ourselves properly and got a bunch of fish.
Yeah, this is something the whole family could do.
Yep.
You don't have to go out there. Ooh, that was a nice hit there. You get to stock up on a bunch of live bait. You don't have to really even be quiet. I'm sitting here like knocking over pliers and stuff. Will, by the way, if you're listening, got my pliers, dude. Try to give me your cheapos. Don't think I didn't notice. Will, if you're watching, I want my pliers back. Jeez. I had this really, thank goodness they weren't the what are they called, the Danko Premios?
Yeah.
But they were still nice. They're like $70 pliers. I've had forever.
Keep an eye on stuff like that, Joe.
Well, I did. And I think Will, like last second, was like, oh, hey, let me put my little $5 ones in. Things are rusting up already. That was fun. Will was with Freedom Boat Club. And we had, I'm actually a Freedom Boat Club member, and we talked about really kind of for both of our sake to go out there and do some footage on the...
Right at the boat.
Dude, that was awesome. It came up and nailed it.
A little trout, but it was tapping it and finally slowed it down and it came and popped it.
All right, so I just lost my tail. If you'd see that code. So I'm gonna now fish this more like a jerk shad. Man, it casts so much further. I'm almost getting my backing there. You see the look?
Yeah, you need to get some more line on that thing.
Dang, that just launched. So now I'm fishing it more like a jerk shad. Oh, and already still getting hits. The tailless Slam Shady.
Yeah, these fish are out here.
Yeah, they're just gotta let it hit the bottom, do a little quick pop. Pop, 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 pop. Dang.
So yeah, we'll just give this a little bit of time. We're just kind of seeing as they're tarping around, seeing, oh, that's a bigger trout. No.
Oh, just aggressive one.
Normal size one.
Oh, look at they're coming right up to the, dang, they're falling up slammy.
And then if we don't get anything better, you know, we'll go off and do another thing. But again, just always nice to have something in the playbook that just can get some guaranteed action, at least as close to guaranteed as possible. That way, you just never come home skunked. Should be the rules.
So, you know, we had a couple members recently, Luke, that were basically asking that question, right? Is, hey, I'm taking the kids out. I want to just get them on some fish. Why did you pick this area of this grass? I mean, it's just one big long flat. Did we see any birds, bait, or your just gut felt?
Yeah, it was just gut. I mean, pretty much all the way up and down, there'll be pockets of fish. Just find the edge, find a depth change with structure, and follow it, and you'll eventually find some fish. Might not be the best. You know, probably won't be a huge trophy, but it'll be something. And oh, there we are. Ooh, this is
doubling up, baby.
Oh,
yeah, no,
man.
those first couple trout were really nice.
Yeah, that one right there was a big one.
This one's coming right to me.
Either way, we got the strike on film, whatever it was.
Let's pray that Slam Shady, no tail. Let's pray that this underwater camera is both on and you triple check that?
As much as I could. Still kind of new to it.
And that we can get the footage out. Last time we had a little bit of trouble. A little of your guys' feedback on these underwater cameras. It ain't easy, man. You know you got to be in a good place when you're getting strikes on that. And that thing, it sounds like throwing a bowling ball in. And what is it? Oh, dude, nice! Nice.
That's a good fish. Oh, man. Dude, that's a cobia.
Oh, I see it.
Oh my God, that was either a cobia or a shark.
Oh, I think it might be a shark.
Either way, that's on film. That'll be awesome.
Dude, that is awesome. Oh, he's still right there. It's a shark.
Yeah.
You still see him?
No, I don't see him.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yeah, it's 100% shark. Terrible cast, Joe.
I was about to go for it, and he turned. Okay, there it is.
That's funny. I can't wait to see this footage.
Let's see if he hits it. Hopefully he's all fired up.
I don't want that thing to strike the camera and break this off.
Oh, that's a good point. It's, how much does that thing cost?
I can't remember. Got it a while back.
A couple $100 though?
Yeah, at the time. I don't know. We've literally.
Yeah, let's actually not catch any more sharks.
That was pretty cool. So anyhow, that should be on camera. A decent sized trout coming up and slamming the bait.
Oh yeah, Slam
That's
Shady.
Pretty awesome.
Look at that, Cody. I'm just dragging him. He knows what's up. Hit the Slam Shady, you're gonna get reckoned with, son. Dang. Boop. Look at that little guy. Yeah, you can do this, whoa, anywhere. Not just here in Tampa and St. Pete. You can do this Panama City Beach, Jacksonville Beach, Savannah, Georgia, Charleston, South Kakalaki. Every area that has, oh, that's a nice one there, baby, that has snook, or not really snook, redfish, speckled trout, they're all gonna have little flats like this that can be super productive, especially this time of year. Dude, that's a nice one there. Come on now.
Better fish there.
Yes. We should maybe start selling these without a tail on them. I kind of like the whole jerk shad motion.
Yeah, for the deeper water, it is actually really good.
Come on, buddy.
There we are.
Luke's on.
On film. Oh, lost another one.
Good. Look at that, guys. Slam Shady strikes again.
We are getting a lot of underwater action, which is cool. This is
yeah, it's gonna be fun to see all this.
Gonna make sure a shark doesn't take the rig now.
Oh man. Yeah, and speaking of Slam Shady too, a lot of you have been asking. We have been talking with Z-Man just on, we're still doing stuff with Z-Man. We still have, at least out of this recording, we still have some of the 5-inch Slam Shady with Z-Man. And even though these are getting just as many, if not more, strikes, the material is not Z-Man. I mean, Z-Man has the patent on that. No one's gonna have, man, look at that, they're just tearing this up. The same kind of durability. So we're talking with them about trying to speed that process up. They've just, man, they've been growing like crazy. Both saltwater and freshwater, but mostly freshwater. I don't know if you guys saw the classic, but Z-Man, I think like it was some crazy number, like 7 of the top 10 finishers were basically using Z-Man baits. That's a lot. And so like they're having trouble even keeping up with demand, and then this whole coronavirus thing kind of shut them down for a little bit. It's just been kind of chaotic. So just so you know, if you're listening and you're a loyal listener and you've been asking, we'll just kind of share a little private insider intel with you that we are working with them. There will be Z-Man Slam Shady lures at some point in the future. The big question is just when. Dude, they are just hitting the second this even drops.
Yeah, but in the meantime,
productive flat.
Yeah, in the meantime, these other baits are still working great.
Here we go again. This is quite a few in a row here, Cody. I'm not going to try to predict a number because this is all live, but I feel like every single cast I am hooking into something, and many times bringing something in. This coronavirus gets any worse, we know where to come. Although, of course, we can't keep trout. Bluefish? What's the size on bluefish?
I have no idea.
I feel like we've caught some nice blues and Spanish mackerels.
A shark would have been fair game. Those are good to eat. That was a black tip.
Inhale some shark. I went to Lowe's. I have 3 propane tanks for my grill. And I went to go get 2 of them filled up because they'd just been sitting in my garage like, man, just in case things get really funky. I had the last 2 tanks. What the heck is going on out there? The whole toilet paper craze. You see what I put on Facebook today?
No.
2 new rules in my household. No coughing and no dingleberries. Cody thinks that's funny. You guys don't know what a dingleberry is, you look it up. Just Google it. Just put alternative meaning of dingleberry. What is that? Oh, a slang meaning of dingleberry. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know what's up. Bad time to have dingleberries in the toilet paper crunch. Jeez. Jeepers creepers. So what else, Luke? What else? We're gonna go back to and do some line testing, huh?
Yeah.
Pumped about that.
Yeah. I set up the. We have a line tester. We're testing abrasion of lines. Plus, I have a little setup for doing casting distance. A lot of questions coming in, and so we're gonna do some line tests later on, and then we'll make sure to do that probably on a weekly or at least bi-weekly basis. With the ultimate goal is just to really just help determine what the true best line is, regardless, not taking into account any sort of hearsay in the market. 'Cause one cool thing that came up last year when I was doing a lot of testing is is, you know, just with fluorocarbon versus traditional monofilament line. Like for a long time, I was buying the really expensive fluorocarbon. And a big reason why I was buying it is because I thought that it was more abrasion resistant than traditional monofilament. And I did this test that's a little assembly that I built. It was with sandpaper, rubbing lines up against sandpaper with the exact same tension to analyze, you know, how abrasion resistant it is, right? So it was basically mimicking a snook's mouth, right, which is one of my favorite fish to catch, or like a tarpon or even a bass. You know, it's just, you know, how does the line interacting with that fish's mouth, rubbing back and forth, how does it weaken the line? You know, what's stronger? And when doing the test, my you know, I was assuming, like I was not even assuming, I knew that the fluorocarbon was going to be better in my mind, because that's what all the marketing was about. You know, it was just everybody seemed to say that fluorocarbon was stronger and better for. You're messing around with little ladyfish there, because everybody was saying that, you know, it's just stronger, it's more, it's invisible, all that stuff. And when they're doing the test, I was totally blown away. Not only did the mono beat it, but it beat it handily, and it beat it repeated, like on a basically every time I've tested it. So not only testing, obviously I tested out the, you know, a 20-pound line versus another 20-pound line, but then I got the line diameter into play as well, where I equated the line diameters, because generally fluorocarbon lines are a little bit thinner than traditional mono. So I would do like a 25-pound fluorocarbon versus a 20-pound just regular mono line, and the regular mono line still won. Like a 20-pound mono beat a 25-pound fluorocarbon. So anyhow, it was just really interesting to see how different the reality is sometimes versus the hype. And so that's really the key goal of those tests, is to see like what the truth is. So coming your way.
Central. Oh, I finally grab him, Luke. Can you get it? Oh. Slam Shady finally got annihilated.
Go try to get on that back side of the boat.
Let's see if I get up. I don't see it. He might be coming underneath the backside though.
Yeah, so we'll do, and so that's the abrasion. Good job, Cody. Got it.
Cody, a camera guy? Come on now, dude. That's awesome. All right, Cody. It's not worth falling in over, dude. I'll get the net and grab it.
Yeah, we'll turn around and get it.
Whew.
Yeah, so what happened is that ladyfish finally finished off that Slam Shady. So we're gonna go ahead and pick that puppy up real quick. Try to always leave the environment better than we found it.
That's right, I get it. Oh, it might still be usable, I don't know. Look at that, got it. Dude, that thing is a little nub and it is completely destroyed now. Dang, Luke is going loco on the trolling motor. Jeez, got a little TM there on the happy towel. Come on now. All right, let's go back to the baits. See what we got. Yeah, I'm pumped to see a little bit more of this whole line test stuff. You know, it's funny, even on social media, we made some of those posts about the results, and dude, people like were in arms. And yeah, even though no one had tested it, they're just, oh, I know it's got to be better, and I mean, fluoro's got to be better than mono, and even what's interesting, I have not seen yet, and if I'm wrong, and if you're a manufacturer of this stuff, let us know, but I've not really even seen tests from like the main companies, right? Like the Seagars and stuff of the world. Have you, Luke?
No, not anything. Again, not in detail at least. It's probably something out there.
But then again, I'm a big fan of marketing, so kudos to them. They've done that good of a job of fooling us fishermen, just like fooling a big trout to my lure. Is that you out there? Something going loco on bait. Oh, that's just so weird having to use a paddle tail again.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this footage.
There we go, baby. Oh yes.
Sounds like a ladyfish.
Yeah, they're in there thick.
I'm getting
still
hit.
So much fun. You take your kids out here and do this? Come on now, that's just tarpon bait for you. This guy doesn't
And when the tarpon do start showing up, we know where to go to get bait.
Mm-hmm. These ladyfish are great. What do? You troll them? Is that what we did last time with them, right?
I usually troll them, yeah.
Slow trolling them?
Yeah, a lot of people do cut bait still, and there's a lot of options.
Yeah, it's always fun. Did you get a strike on that one too?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
something sick.
That's something welled up as well.
Yeah,
we're gonna get some excellent underwater footage with this thing.
Oh yes. Man, there are a lot of fish on this flat, guys. I cannot wait for springtime. Oh, even though it kind of feels like springtime right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, weather-wise, this has finally got a warm streak.
They are just in there. And we'll also get access to the condo. Oh, I lost my tail. To the condo down in Boca Grande area. Coming up here real soon. So you guys will see a lot more footage of that area as well. And of course our boy Tony, super active on the East Coast. And now we have Wyatt, who's full-time with us, and he's doing really awesome insider reports up in the Carolinas. And he's doing a phenomenal job.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's getting some really good reds and trout there.
Quite the student. Quite the student. Well, what do you think? We want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
I just had one come up and nail me right there. Yep. Yeah, let's wrap it up and go out and maybe kind of catch a couple more and maybe hit a couple of little docks on the way home, and then
we'll do this
line. Whoa, line testing. So, guys, thank you so much for all the love, all the support. If you like these unedited, just say what's really happening out on the water, the good, the bad, the ugly. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. We always put every podcast, and you might even be watching it here on the blog on saltstrong.com in the fishing tips area. So leave us a comment. That's the best place where each of those comments go to both Luke and I, where we read every one. Sometimes a little bit harder with YouTube because so many people are commenting on YouTube and there's just so much spam and jamma mamma cramma. But definitely on our blog is the best place to go, and give us some feedback on other types. Ooh, we'll tighten the drag down a little bit. Other types of species, areas, anything you want us to do. I know we've got a couple trips. Some of this got postponed because of this coronavirus stuff, but we're gonna be doing some trips here definitely this summer. And let us know where you want us to go, who you want us to go see, what kind of species to target, certain types of lures, types of spots.
Yeah, and
let us know.
And just like always, for insider members, I just missed a good strike there. For insider members, we're gonna, obviously when this post goes live, we'll get a separate insider report for you, where we'll get on the lowest level Google Maps just to show exactly where we are, so that you can look for the same type of spots near you. That came right at the surface.
That's a nice one too.
So
doubling up at the end. We always double up at the end.
Yes, because the great news is that there's a bunch of spots similar to this, and no matter where you are, you can find spots like this where you can go out, even on slow days, and go and catch a good amount of fish, even when you have a stinking camera.
All right, hurry and pull yours in. This will be the thumbnail shot of us with our two fish. Put it out there. Cody, you gotta.
That's gonna be funny. Oh
boy, that's it, guys.
Yeah, let's get this guy go.
We be out. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Make sure to subscribe. If you haven't already, give us a review, especially if you're listening on iTunes. It helps out tremendously. We keep this entire podcast completely ad-free for your listening pleasure. And all we ask in return is to share it, subscribe, and leave us a review. That ain't too much to ask, is it?
No.
If it is, then doggone, we got to go find a new country to fish. Guys, thank you so much. We be out. Peace. See you on the next episode. Oh, I'm on, baby. Hey there, it's Joe Simons, one of the co-founders here at Salt Strong. And have you claimed your free pack of these irresistible Slam Shady paddle tail lures? We designed this lure with over 12,000 serious inshore anglers, including many full-time guides, to go out there and catch more redfish, more speckled trout, more snook, more flounder, more inshore saltwater slams. And if you want a free pack to try out a sample yourself, click down below right now. We have one free pack
per angler while supplies last. Click down below right now.
'Cause fishing, it's in my soul.